Second thing on my list is an update on the high school athletic complex project. I said this multiple times here, but as I said, there are multiple phases of this project. The first phase was in the fall, where we went out and hired an owner's project manager, CHA Consulting. CHA has proven to be incredible partners already. They really are a first-class professional company. Once we hired the OPM, they helped us engage in the procurement process for the designer. We entered what's called the designer selection phase. Translation, we need to hire an architect to help design the project. We went through that procurement process, and then on, I forget the exact date that submittals were due. It doesn't really matter, but we had 2 proposals from 2 different architectural firms. On January 26th, we interviewed those 2 firms, and then we subsequently, it's still in process here, awarded the job to someone you might be familiar with. It's a local company, Nezra Engineering. The owner of the company is Arsen Hambert-Zumian. Arsen had contributed quite a bit on a volunteer basis for the master plan, and he did a phenomenal job in this process, and he is probably, he is the best choice to let us hit the ground running. He is ready to roll, and so that we're in contract kind of negotiations with them now, but we're really excited about it. And that design will probably take at least 2 or 3 months, Chris and Link.
Yeah, I'm figuring about 2-3 months.
So this is a critical stage of the process, because what's going to come out of this stage is a true cost estimate, which we don't currently have, and also options for design. So this is really the core of the work. I do want to say, and this is not a surprise, that all the architects we spoke to as part of this process do think that that is extremely ambitious and likely unrealistic, that we'll be ready in August or early September to open the field. It's mostly, it's less due to the process and more due to supply shortage, supply chain issues. So we'll have to wait and see. So we're right in the middle of this thing. It's going great. And so hopefully in the next couple months, we'll have a really good handle on what this thing's going to cost, what the timeline is, and we're just going to keep pressing forward. So I just want to say we have our foot on the gas on this thing, and so far so good. It's going pretty well.
And I actually got to attend those interviews, and it also might be the case that it's a little bit phased too, right? Like sort of the indication. I don't know if you have any different information from what we were hearing then, but in terms of the supply issue, so it might be that part of that is done, and then the next part is done at a later time, just to keep it a little more optimistic.
Right. So like that's an example. It's possible that we could use the field, for some of our fall sports, but maybe not have the concession building done or the track, so yeah, that's a good point. So it might not be completely done, but we're hopeful to get some use out of it for the fall. It's going to be challenging, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.